Yeah, my name's Alex Wills, and I'm Managing Director of RGA Studios in London. And RGA Studios heads up content production, publishing, broadcast, and prototyping. Social promised a one-to-one engagement, really, when it first sort of started happening, and brands jumped on Facebook and they thought, great, this is going to be a one-to-one relationship with a consumer. But it couldn't scale, and when those companies got so big you had to pay to play, that sort of didn't play out. You know, consumers can't have a one-to-one. It was a bit of a myth. And so, as is borne out in some of the research recently from kind of L2 reports, you know, customers want that. Customers want personalization. They want a personal experience with a brand. And because of the platforms that they're on, like chat and Messenger and stuff like that, you know, they really want that engagement. And so one-to-one can now be achieved through these platforms. It's the scaling part that's difficult. These big brands are really, really large and really, really slow moving. You've either got to have an incredibly strong value proposition that everyone aligns to and gets everyone behind, or you create an incubator or you create an offshoot. And we've seen it with some of our brands like Siemens and even Nike in the day created digital sport. And within that organization, it's like totally separate, and then they accelerate change, and that's how they created some of their innovations like Fuel and some of the connected products and services. So I think that's a smart way to do it. The problem then you have is that you then need to wrap that innovation back into the main company, and if you don't do that, then it can sort of fall apart, or you have a bit of a two-tier kind of system. Just in conversational UI, when it gets to that level, we've seen it already play out with the Alexa and the rapid growth that they've enjoyed on that, which is pretty single function. But when that's seamlessly embedded into a connected environment, then that can start to get quite powerful with you just controlling things by talking to them. There's still a potential limit to it, but it feels like totally natural. Once the interactions are just human and real and unforced, or you know, it's going to be a smart way to interact. But I think there'll still be a mix of inputs. I think you'll still use touch, and I think you'll still use input devices. I think you really, again, going back to the innovation sort of center, you need to then just carve it out and test and learn. You need just to get some technologies in, like say Reinfer or some of these sort of newer platforms, and get them in and just sort of test out a problem and go, okay, how can we supercharge customer service or customer interaction, or how can we automate some of the supply chain or some of those things, and just see in a very controlled environment what it can deliver from a business point of view.